Hello, Professor Rapp and fellow classmates. My name is Stephen, and this is my keynote presentation on a specific topic about Internet marketing. At first glance, social media marketing seems like something any small business owner can do themselves, and that would be a true statement. However, small business owners who have social media experience realize that there is a need for a professional's guidance, and social media marketing is more complex than just setting up Facebook and Twitter accounts and then hope for the best. So this leads to my thesis. What are the core social media tasks that should be reserved for a social media professional? We'll take a look at some basic definitions and relevant examples. Social media is an internet-based web application that allows individuals to create, collaborate, and share content with one another to the full extent of the ideal Web 2.0 environment. These are some of the most common social media sites and are listed in order of greatest use: Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, blogs, YouTube. Of course, Pinterest, Google+, and WordPress are other social media sites that are quickly gaining an increased market share. Now we'll look at some benefits. Exposure is about gaining impressions from comments, ads, widgets, apps, and other means. Increased traffic should be directly related to an increased exposure. Marketplace insight is represented by well-crafted content on your site that helps create the impression that you are a subject matter expert in your industry. Finally, as your brand gets more exposure and traffic and is bolstered by strong content, social media marketing will help create more leads and sales. Most marketers eventually found that they could reduce their marketing budget by increasing their social media marketing presence. Why is social media marketing important? This is a snapshot of the big picture. They don't call it the World Wide Web for nothing. The average Facebook user spends 20 minutes per visit. Twitter has more search queries than Bing and Yahoo combined. Pinterest is expected to account for 40% of all social media-driven purchases in the near future. LinkedIn is a great tool to network and is a virtual trade show environment. YouTube equals Google. It's hard to escape this powerhouse's influence. So why is social media marketing important? Now we'll put some of those stats into perspective, and this graph helps demonstrate the social impact of social influence and sharing. A consumer buys something online and posts a comment on Facebook. 62% of Facebook users read their friends' comments. Of the 62% who read a comment, 75% will click through to the product site. Then, 53% are likely to make their own purchase. So, of all shoppers who make online purchases, 47% are from referral traffic. And finally, we see that of all shoppers who purchase online, 25% were influenced by seeing a friend's post or comments. What is not reflected is that the majority of those who made their own purchase then become a social share, and the social impact cycle continues. Key elements of a social media marketing oriented site. A well-designed site will be designed with these characteristics in mind. The design presents a professional appearance. All of the managed websites and social media sites have a uniform branded appearance so that the user recognizes that they are continuing their experience even though they may be on a different site. Marketing content is not only the king of proper SEO, but is a major reason for consumers to visit a site and is second behind looking for information on a sale or offer. The proper use of widgets, apps, and links in strategic places to make a call to action seamless is key to proper social media marketing. Call to actions are also tools to measure engagement and gather potential leads. Without calls to actions, it may be hard to realistically gauge traffic and influence. An often overlooked aspect is that social media also needs to be a consumer service response tool. A Good customer response to online issues is not lost on other social media users. As you can see, there are a lot of individual elements that work together to create a solid social media marketing oriented site. Key tasks of social media marketing. As mentioned previously, anyone can set up a basic social media account, since most are designed to be user-friendly and used by the general public. Most people can also add links to interconnect accounts. And finally, regardless of content writing ability, they usually are an expert in their field and generally know more than the average person does about their industry-related information. In addition to everything previously mentioned, except for being a subject matter expert, the social media professional will be more adept and have a deeper level of understanding of all aspects of each social media tool. The professional should be familiar with established best practices and keeps up to date with current trends. While not every social media professional may have coding experience or include that in their service, they should have a go-to associate to outsource or provide that service. The professional also makes sure that calls to actions are strategically placed and easy to access to make the social media experience a part of the overall transaction. And finally, the professional will always have a vision for the bigger picture of how each site and tool can work together to increase sales or leads. The "if you build it, they will come" mentality will only find success if you have built an easy to use environment that helps lead a user through the social media path. So how can a social media marketing professional help? A professional can help providing guidance, vision, and clarity to the business owner. One of the first tasks will be to take an inventory of the current marketing plan. Then it will be necessary to create or refine any current social media sites in use. Next, we'll establish a custom social media program to follow on a regular basis. The professional will then use the plan and find out what works and adjust as necessary. This approach may best take the form of a short-term investment that ends with the owner taking charge of the social media marketing plan after being initially taught, supervised, and coached to use the different sites and tools. Of course, the social media expert will periodically reconnect with the client to give ongoing recommendations and update as tools and sites evolved. So why do you need a social media marketing professional's help? A seasoned social media professional understands the current trends, can get sites up and running quickly, and provide a well thought out plan that can be taught to most small business owners. This approach will ultimately save the owner time and money and create an increased level of understanding of the correct use of social media and social media marketing. These are lists of some of the works cited.